Yes. What's going on, man? What's going on?
As Russian troops face unanticipated setbacks and losses in Ukraine, President Vladimir Putin is waving his biggest sword, putting his nuclear weapons on high alert. As Russian troops push ahead with their massive assault against Ukraine's major cities, breaking into Kharkiv before being repelled, destroying an oil depot near Kiev, and attacking the city with more airstrikes overnight. In Kiev this morning, we saw the aftermath of what Ukrainian soldiers tell us was a Russian assault they managed to stop.
His truck was clearly carrying a lot of ammunition. All around here, there are thousands and thousands of burned out.
So the war rages, and the stock market is bullish. It's bullish. A lot of people thought it would go the other way, man. That's why you can't use logic. Can't use logic, man. It's not how it works. So, can't use logic, man. It's not how it works. If you could think your way through this, man, everybody who's rich would be very smart, and it's just not the way it is, man. I had friends selling their stocks because of the war. Oh, my goodness. I hope that wasn't you. This is the S&P 500. It's back in the box. Yesterday, or on Friday, actually Thursday, that turnaround was crazy, man. It's one of the great reversals we've seen in a long time, man. Crazy bullish. And now we're right back into the box that we had formed over here, which also was formed back here. So we're back in the box. I would anticipate we go higher from here. Technically this is the stage one. You could start to nibble. Still a downtrend. Obviously, we're still trending down. A kid with a crayon can see that. But price is now above the 5-day, price is above the 10-day, and hey, Zip, you must be new to my strategy, because that's exactly what we do. You trim on a stage 2 when the RSI hits 70, man. If you bought the book, you need to reread it. Two targets mainly. Previous high, and then whenever the RSI hits 70, you trim no matter what it is. So I took some profits in RTX today. RTX is overvalued here. It's 70 RSI. This is probably a completed move. I mean, maybe because of the war it could keep going, but that's a completed move. When you go from one extreme to, technically it was completed there, but due to the war, it's kicked it back up. So one extreme to another. If you remember, we were buying down here, right? So Raytheon has had a nice move up. Now Raytheon, tends to dip below the 20. All you gotta do is go back and you can see that on the chart. So the 20-day moving average isn't a lot of good to it, but the general pattern is the same. So trimmed some Raytheon here. We bought that last year, and the buy and hold. So we're not selling it all, but I trimmed 3 shares, I think, and then I pushed that 3 shares into new buy and hold position, PFF. Notice the difference. One is higher, one is lower. This is a buy and hold position. No, that's fine. You trim some, 5%, 10%, 20%, whatever you want to do, and let it go up. And then as it goes higher, you don't go, oh man, I shouldn't have trimmed that much. No, that's the strategy, man. You sell into strength, you buy weakness. What you don't want to do is look at the market every day and change your fucking strategy based on what happened that day. That's not how you do it. You do it, which people do. This is what they do. 6 months into trading, they're changing it every month based on what they're seeing. And that's not how you do it, man. And the reason you just trimmed is you expect it to keep going. So now it's going. That's what it's supposed to do. And you're supposed to let it keep going. And then you can trim a little more. The less money you have, the more you should trim. The more money you have, the less you should trim. Because you have more money, therefore you can take your time. You can trim smaller. So with RTX, RSI bang 74, I trim 3 shares. I go back here, go forward. I drop those 300 and some dollars into PFF, which is a new buy and hold position, trading way under the 200-day moving average, undervalued, beat up because of what? Interest rates. And it's now a stage 1. It's formed a box. There was our box. And now we're breaking above the 20. So we're seeing what appears to be the possible beginnings of a stage 2 breakout. So that's portfolio management for a buy and hold thing. Now I only had 3 stocks banging the 70 RSI. 1 or 2 last week. So as I trim these as they bang them, and then I add to those new positions, plus I'm going to add new money to the new position. And that's how you build positions over time, man, if you're running a portfolio. But that takes time. So let's see. This is why we want to be diversified, right, and have shit in different sectors. Palantir is dirt cheap here. I would be buying Palantir. If you're not in it, my God, you're getting a great opportunity here. It's way undervalued. These guys will be more and more in use in the future. So I like this stock here, man. Yeah. PFF is similar, except the YYY is closed-end funds, and the PFF is preferred. Different thing. Home Depot. Let's see. Yeah. That's a box. Yeah, you could add to Home Depot here. I mean, Yeah, technically it's a box. It's still way below the 5, but yeah, you could add for sure. That's what you call a box. We got our lowest low, and then, yeah, I like it. Yeah, so my man here, Skylar, said it right. Sometimes people have too many growth stocks. Well, you don't need to sell your growth stocks to fix that problem. What you need to do is, with your money going forward, fix the problem. Meaning, you don't want to be the guy, and I see people do this a lot, man, where, oh, I want to get in real estate now, so I sell all my stocks. Oh, wait, I want to get out of real estate, I want to buy Bitcoin, so I sell everything and I buy Bitcoin. Like, stop doing that. You need to build a diversified asset of holding so that over your life, shit is going to change. You may have a 2 or 3 year window where you just focus on dividend stocks. And then all of a sudden you have a 2 or 3 window, a year window, or 6 months or 2 months where you focus just on growth stocks. And then you might decide, hey, for the next 5 months, I'm just focusing on Bitcoin. And then you may say, hey, for the next 6 months, I'm just saving everything to buy this rental property. But what I see people do is try to roll each little bag into the next bag into the next bag. And you end up just chasing instead of building. So keep that in mind, man. The goal is to own a lot of different things in different sectors so that as you build it out, take the time to build that base. In the future, you can pull from different bags to do what you need to do or take advantage of price dips. Yeah. It's all right if you miss a move. Here's the thing about missing moves. There's always another move. There's always a hot stock and there's always another move, man. This shit never ends. After you're dead, there's going to be stage 4 declines and stock price run-ups and new meme stocks. That's the funny thing, and nobody will care that you were here. That's the reality of life. So there's our pattern, right? The money flow. Look at that. Came down. Started to do a stage 1 here, and then it broke. So let's see. Let's check in. So my man Spencer says DraftKings is bullish as fuck. So let's see. Yeah. I don't know if we can add the explicitive of the word fuck when it's still inside the previous box, but it is bullish. I'd like to see us get above that. Right around in there. So we got resistance right there. So once we break that, I'll join you on that. I like it though. What's up, stock? Wall Street junkie? Yeah, so I'm pretty bullish. Let's go back to the SPY real quick, see if anything's changed. We'll probably go green today. I think the world is coming to realize they're going to squeeze old Putin. Just squeeze him. Try to get the oligarchs to get rid of him. I love ETRN. Guys, price dropping does not change my conviction. If the price changes your conviction, you ain't got none. That means you're weak. Price change should not change your opinion of a stock. The price changing should not change your opinion of a stock. Let me say it for the slow kids in the back that smoked a lot of weed. Price changes should not affect your opinion of a stock. The stock changing, the company, if they did something really wrong, if their earnings are, there's something, catastrophically wrong with the company, that should change your opinion. The price is arbitrarily emotion-filled. That's millions of people waking up and every day hitting buttons and algorithmic computers going up and down. That don't have any effect on me. Like, a lot of you guys think the price, like, oh, Uber's down, so I don't like Uber. That's because you're not very smart. See, you're not very smart if you let price affect your conviction level of an asset. Go read on it, bro. ETRN is a undervalued MLP play. They got when their pipeline, this new pipeline they're working on is finished, it's going to be a money machine. Pays an 8% dividend yield. It's fallen 30% in a few days. I like it. Or in a couple weeks. It's been a long time buy and hold of mine. I own 3 MLPs. And these are in my buy and hold, so I will die with these stocks. ETRN is one. It used to be up here. Court ruled against them, so they came down. That's the only thing from changing this from an $11 stock to a $6 stock was a court ruling that ruled against them. ET is another buy and hold MLP of mine's breaking out today. Look at the pattern this thing trades, man. Look at that stage 1. Look at that support there. Crazy, huh? Anytime you get a blue chip stock trading underneath the 200 that can meet its dividend, that goes into a stage 1, those are the best buys you can find, man. Best buys. And now look. So we need these dividend stocks to get smashed. ETRN is one of those. It's deeply undervalued right now. It has problems, that's why. Morningstar has a good write-up on it if you just want to read on it. MLPX is another one that I'm in, breaking out today. Again, you can see the money flow pattern with this stock. Does it pretty well. I love it. I love it. Foot Locker. Why are you guys buying Foot Locker, man? No, way too soon on Foot Locker. Way too soon. This is day 1 of you need at least 3 or 4 more days. That was the bottom. We'll see if this holds. Too early for me in Foot Locker. I need 4 days to hold this bottom. No, I know a lot of you guys are premature. I have a hard time. Can't keep it straight. So they do make medicine for that, by the way. But I need at least 4 days of sideways. Right now, you only have, technically 1, 2 at the most. So I wouldn't buy a Foot Locker. Yeah, the MVP pipeline is halted. Gerald, honest question, can I get your book in Spanish by chance? No. They're not in Spanish. Should do it in Spanish, but they're not. It's a good idea, though. Yes, ETRN is a buy right now. Gilead was a buy. It's not a buy anymore. Let's see. Hold on, can't see here. I was buying Gilead last week, not this week. Let's see. Gilead had gone into a stage 4 decline, started to go sideways. So now I can't buy this until either it forms another box or gets back up in this box, which I anticipate it'll get back up in this box. Let's see. So Gilead's on hold right now. This morning, if you're in the Money Flow gang, I sent out a text. I added to UPRO, which is the triple S&P 500 this morning. Shortly after the open, I added to UPRO. I added to TQ. These are triple leverage index funds, so obviously I'm pretty bullish. I added to TQ. They're now green. Imagine they'll keep going higher. I added to ARK. ARK is on the move. It's breaking out. So we added to ARK at the open, or a little shortly after the open. I added to Intel. It's now above the 20. Look at that. I'm fucking batting. And I trimmed RTX, which is up pretty nice today. So far, good moves. Let's see. Facebook. Yeah, you can buy Facebook here, man. We got a bottom. That's a close enough of a box, and price is above the 5. I like it. Facebook setup. You can buy it here. Probably should buy some, matter of fact. Like old Facebook here, man. A lot of negativity. The more negative people are on it, the stock, the more I like it. Let's see. Those are buy and hold ads, yes. So last week, I came with a couple trade ideas. UTSL. That's now stage 2 breakout, so we could add to that. Yeah, I start counting from the anchor. He asked, do I start counting from the anchor point? Yes, as long as that holds. So I'll count that as bar 1, next day bar 2, next day bar 3, next day bar 4. As long as those 4 days hold that anchor. Ideally, I would like them to form a box, like a clear, visible box in a perfect world. And if I'm being real, I'll make that box form. The caveat to this is, let's say that box is forming and then it breaks it. Well, I don't do anything. I got to wait for another box, right? Or it comes back into the box. When it comes back into the box, that's super bullish. So that's what was going on with the S&P 500, that big gap down to then come right back in. Super bullish. That's the most bullish sign I have in trading. It's not even really talked about in the book, but that's, to me, that's it just confirms the box, which we saw in UTSL, which the UTSL is a triple leveraged version of the XLU, which is the utilities, which they move pretty slow, right? They're not a big mover. If you don't like the leverage, you can do this. But if you're into options and other things, if you like leverage, then the UTSL is a way of kind of like an options play that never expires. It doesn't expire. So it allows you to get leverage. And these are pretty safe. It's one of my favorite trades is the UTSL because it's utility companies. I mean, they're very safe. Very, very safe. I haven't listened to Zuck's interview on Lex's podcast. I need to. I need to. Yeah, I can only imagine what they're going to be doing. All I know is everybody that bets against Zuckerberg loses. Like that dude, even if you don't like him, he is a very smart man. So we got a breakout on this. I put this out, what was it, last week, a couple days ago, whatever. SOXL was the other leverage trade idea that I had out there. It's not ripping. I wish it would get going. Also, this is a swing trade, and you can see the pattern pretty clearly here. Although it's triple leverage, so it gets a little wonky at times. But you can see this support level goes way back, man. Goes way back. And you can see on these recent stage 1 and stage 3s, it's gotten really, really wide. Really volatile. Very, very volatile. We're above the 10. We held support target up in here. So market gets ripping. This should get ripping. I know some of the people in Discord were trading AMD. AMD's ripping. I added to Intel in the buy and hold. It's trying to get above the 20. I don't know why the SOXL isn't kicking in. It should. Lex made sure he wasn't a robot. Yeah, I got to go back and watch that. I'm a little behind on all this Mardi Gras partying has got me behind on all my research. It's Mardi Gras season. It wraps up the next few days, so then I got to go to Florida. What EMA you use, GP? Well, damn. You could buy my book and you'd know all about them. We'd become very good friends then. Or go to my newsletter. If you go right here on the newsletter, I think it's page 10. I break down the money flow, the EMAs we're using, and why. But it's not so much important what EMA I'm using, it's how I'm using it and why. A lot of people put a lot of stock into the crossovers and, stuff like the death cross. That is such nonsense. All that death cross stuff is just nonsense. I wish people would stop talking about that shit. Complete nonsense. It's literally 50-50. You can just flip a coin. I'm also of the camp that the 50-day moving average is nonsense. The pattern of price movement is what I'm most concerned with, and the numerical alignment of the moving averages and where's price in relation to each moving average. A lot of smart people disagree with me right there. Missing Mardi Gras, yeah. It's been pretty crazy, man. Sounded like the Russians were invading my area last night. Helicopters flying over, ambulances, police sirens, car things going on, people screaming. Sound like a goddamn war zone. My interpretation, ADX just needs to dip a little bump for an enemy in stage 2. Agree, that's close enough, Danny. Let's see. PFFE, but it's the 5-day exponential, 10-day exponential, and the 20-day simple moving average are the main ones, man. Main ones. Pfizer's on my watch list right now. This is in my buy and hold, but it appears to be stopping at the 200-day. It's just waiting on this box to form. We have a pivot point. It's just a little early yet. We'll see. We got our extreme point. So we got a completed down move. One extreme to the next. One extreme to the next. So we have a completed down move. So I imagine it'll do what it does, where it goes sideways, goes sideways, runs up, goes sideways, runs down, and now we go sideways. Just like we would expect it to do and do a completed money flow, which is a stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, back into a stage 1, then back into a stage 2. We'll see if that plays out. And you say, well, that can't be. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's been working for me for a long time. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. So we'll see. We shall see. The completion of those moves is super important, where you see it go from one extreme to another extreme. tends to give you more evidence that it's completed its move down or its move up. Not always. You can get a runaway. We talked about runaways if you have my course Getting Started with Stock Charts. Ooh, look at Square. Baby, baby, baby. How nice. So, Square made an unusual move in that it had built a stage 1 box right here and then busted down. You know, making that a stage 4 decline. And then it didn't bother with a stage 1. It went immediately into a stage 2 breakout. So the money flow is set up for that, okay? The breakout is when price closes above the 20-day moving average. That's the buy signal. Buying in a stage 1 where you think you're buying the bottom should be tiny buys. You're literally going against the trend. So you've had a big down move and now it's going sideways. That's not where you do the most buying. That's where you do the nibbling. The buying, the big buying should come on the breakout. Now, once you've really followed some stocks and you've got conviction, you could probably turn that around. I tend to do less buying on the breakout because I've bought a lot on the stage 1. But in the beginning, I would not do that because you're buying against the trend. This is now a stage 2 breakout, and you're probably going to run into trouble up in here. So keep an eye on the RSI. When the RSI gets extreme, you should sell some. And you're going to say, but yeah, I'm still underwater. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares where you bought the stock. When that RSI goes extreme, that's telling you the stock is about to stop going up and is probably going to turn down. Now, if you learn to trade, you could trim. It goes sideways. It comes down. You put back on. It goes back up. You add to the breakout, and you trade this thing over time. Over time, you trade it. That's how you think. I'm already long you, pro, sir. So, do you have to trim on the RSI? No, you don't have to. But it's a way to give you money to then buy other growth stocks. So often I'll get people say, well, I'm all in. I can't add. But all the stocks aren't going to break out at the same time. Some are going to break out and run, and you're going to hit a 70 RSI. Even though you're underwater in that stock, you can trim it and roll that money to other stocks that you're even more underwater in. And then you just trade your way through what is going on, man. And that's called portfolio management, which a lot of people spend very little time on. Let's see. SoFi, how's SoFi looking? Let's see. Yep, still a stage 1, but it's looking good, man. Looking better. It's back in that previous box. I like the stock. I mean, it should run to $24. You're going to run into problems up here at 15, but should do well. All these growth stocks are the same. Is this all the stocks you guys know? Just growth stocks? Just growth. Let's see. No more growth stocks. The growth stocks are going up when ARK is breaking out. That's your wind for growth stocks, and it's breaking out, which means they're all going up. Roku. Oh, Roku's not going up that much. Starbucks is on my buy list right now, but it broke the box. So I need to see it get back up into here a little bit. And that's when I would consider it. Long Nike, underwater just a little bit. Where's Nike? Yeah, it's not ripping. Underwater a little bit. We'll see. We'll see what got you excited. What do you mean? Fucking stocks dropping gets me excited. Let's see. Yeah, man. Looks good. I thought apartments was being bought out. And it's going to disappear inside of BX. What's up, Mike? I got a pretty large position going in Dash. And there she goes. Stage 2 breakout. You guys know what to do on these breakouts if you're in the Money Flow gang. I don't need to text on all of these. Buy the ones you want to buy, man. I already did show the dividend stocks I'm excited about. ETRN and Gilead are the two that I'm most excited about. I bought some Intel today. Someone asked about coin. Coin's fine. Coin's still a stage 1. We'll see if it gets going. I added to Bitcoin today. Solid stage 1 in Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is now a stage 2. Yay! Bitcoin's now a stage 2 breakout. Woo! Man, stocks are on fire, baby. Man. I bought a lot of Bitcoin here in the last little while. Hold on, let me pull up my account. Hope you guys didn't give up on Bitcoin. All these people selling Bitcoin are stupid. I'm just going to be honest with you. You're just dumb if you're selling Bitcoin. Don't sell your Bitcoin. There's a limited supply on Earth. You will not get it back after you sell it. You're going to sell it, and then you're not going to get it back. And then it's going to rip, and you're going to wake up, and it's going to be at $100,000. And you're going to be telling your kids the story how I used to have 10 Bitcoins. You know how many times me too. I'm irresponsibly long Bitcoin. You know how many times I've heard I used to have 30 Bitcoins. I used to have 20 Bitcoins. I used to have 50 Bitcoins. And now they have no Bitcoins, or they have 3 or 1 because they got crafty and got out of it. And then it moves too fast for you to get back in, man. It moves too fast, man. This thing could be at 46 by fucking tomorrow. And then what? What if you got out? Now what? You got to buy after it's moved $20,000 up? So now my one concern, which is obviously not a concern for anyone else because the market's ripping, even, and I buy regardless of my concerns. That's the other thing. A lot of smart people will go, well, I can't do that because of this, this, and this. I don't know about that, man. Because one thing I've learned about the stock market, it does not do what it should do. It does the opposite. It does the best it can to make the most people look foolish. It really does. And, I read that 12% of the crypto market is owned by Russia, like Russian people. I would think there might be a little fear they'd want their money. I don't know. But then I got to thinking about it. Well, shit, maybe I don't want my money. Maybe I want to leave it in crypto because if the ruble is crashing. But then I got to thinking, well, what if the brokerage firms like Coinbase and Binance, what if they freeze the accounts of Russians? Then I got thinking, well, that's kind of fucked up because that's just Russian people and not the government. So I don't know, man. I'm not sure what to think on that when you just sit around thinking on logic. Not sure, man. I think your account is fine, sir. I think you should not really give a shit what is going on in the economy. I think you should buy stage 1s, make money every day, and build it. The economy is irrelevant. If markets go down, it goes down. Who gives a fuck? Buy stage 1s, keep doing it for the rest of your life, and you'll be rich. Or try to be smart and sidestep it and lose all your money. I'm telling you, man, whenever I meet people, when I meet rich people and I talk to them, you know what they have in common? They own shit. They own lots of stocks and houses, and none of them sit around trying to figure out what's going to happen. They just accumulate things, man. They just buy things. And as long as you don't buy it leveraged, if you're leveraged, you're going to blow out. It's just a matter of time. If you're over leveraged, you're just going to blow out, man. Let's see. Yeah, this is another good point. A lot of people I get asked this all the time. Should I cold store my Bitcoin or should I move it to a wallet? Yeah, if you want to lose it, feel free. Move it to a wallet. The number of people I've met that have lost Bitcoin, way more of them lost it on a wallet or a drive than lost it being hacked in a brokerage account. Way more. I meet people all the time that lost Bitcoin because it was on a cold storage or a wallet versus it was hacked out of their Coinbase. You can now have 4-digit login. You can have all the security measures in your brokerage account. You don't need all that. You're just going to make, especially when you got small amounts. If anything, just break it up into 3, 4, 5 different brokerages if you're that concerned about it. But I get people go into long conversations about it, and I'm like, how much Bitcoin you have? And they're like, $3,000. I'm like, Jesus, dude. You really don't need Pentagon security on $3,000 in Bitcoin. I'm not in Huntsville, Danny. I'm in my house in the New Orleans. It's Mardi Gras. No, I'm in New Orleans right now. Huntsville, I'm sure, is not very... there's not much going on in Huntsville right now. You're concerned about cyber attacks. I'm in 3 stages. I have zero concern by it. I think that the exchanges are smarter than me. Like, I think I read about a scam from the cold wallets. You get the wallet, you put your shit on there, and you get a letter in the mail. It says, hey, we need to do an update on the wallet. People go and do an update, and the update was from a fucking hacker, and they took it off the wallets, man. So I think as long as you have decent security, you don't have other people accessing your phone, and you implement the security features that are in the brokerage accounts, like 4-digit codes to do any transfers. How in the world would anybody know your 4-digit code? So yeah, that's what I would do. And then if you have a lot, like I have north of 6 figures of crypto, I have it on 3 different exchanges. Partly too, because I can buy some things on one exchange that I can't buy on the other exchange. Yeah, and you do 2-factor authentication. I mean, like that, it's pretty... If they're getting past that, I'm thinking your boyfriend took your phone while you were asleep or something. I mean, if you got that going on, I don't know what to do for you. Yeah, and again, I don't know, man. I try not to get too worried about it. I like the publicly traded firms because then I think they have a little more oversight and they have a little more due diligence. And they have a board of operations and they have to give accountability. Some of these exchanges don't have all of that. Those kind of scare me, man. Those kind of scare me. No, I washed the red out of the beard, man. I do got an outfit for Mardi Gras tomorrow, though. Fat Tuesday or whatever the hell it's called. All right, so stage 2 breakout in Bitcoin. I assume we got a stage 2 breakout in Ethereum. Ooh, not yet. What about DOT, man? I've been building that DOT position. DOT USD. Now, what the hell? What's up, Whip? It's just Bitcoin, man. So Bitcoin's on the move. The rest of the other cryptos, not so much. Bitcoin's up 9%. Nice. Yeah, Canal Kid. That's something that I've thought about. I just try to keep them in exchanges that I think are regulated, they're publicly traded, and they have oversight boards. I don't know that that's a perfect fix, but it feels like they would have legal obligation and to be. A soul breaking out. Let's see. Whip, you got any stocks for us, baby? Let's see. It's trying. Soul's on fire, up 11%. All right, I'm feeling good. We might have Christmas this year. No, the only dividend stocks that I really like right here, well, I like a few, but I like, oh yeah, man, I'm up like 5-6 grand. Nice. 3M, let's see. The only thing I like about 3M is they've lowered their guidance. I mean, they've brought down the targets on that stock. Thank you, Jet V317. Yep, stage one buy though on 3M. This is a bread and butter trade. Yep, we discussed Gilead. Me and Whip are on the same page. I added to Intel today, Whip. I added to Intel. I added to ARC. I added to the UPro TQ at the open there. I think that's about it, man. Starbucks is looking good. It's quite expensive stock now, but Starbucks, I'm waiting to see if it'll hold this level. Starbucks is looking good. IMPP, a commodities cargo company, huh? That's interesting. Oh, bro, this is long broke out. You're a little late for us. I'd be taking profits right now, man. You're banging up against a previous high. I hope you're already in this, bro. You're banging up against a previous high coming into a 70 RSI. So I'd be taking profits on that. That's your buy day, and then there's your stage 2 breakout. Yeah, I trimmed. You're not buying RTX. I trimmed RTX today. RTX. I trimmed some today. Boom. It's about fair value here. I think the value on Raytheon Technologies, which it could soar, but I gotta honor my RSI 75, man. So I trimmed 3 shares and I pushed that to the PFF. PFF, baby. Let's see. So trimmed 3 shares, pushed it to the PFF. So feeling pretty good, man. Feeling pretty good. Let's do. I don't want to go through all these growth stocks again, but yep. Market's looking good, man. Everybody should be happy, man. Yeah, I think the oil stocks have topped out. But here it goes. I've been saying that, and then here we go. I'm cool with it. These are my largest positions: oil, Bitcoin, and BX. Oh yeah. ENVX. I've got this in the newsletter. This is one of my favorite growth stocks right now. And I did not add. I put in Discord yesterday that I wasn't adding to this because I'm in a full position already. I'm in a full position. So this is a $35 stock. This is a 100%er from here. I don't know when it does it, but this is a nice breakout. I like this stock. You see where it's stopping though, right there at previous high. So we need to get past that. I'm in a full position though, so. Somebody mentioned one other that I wanted to look at before. Is Chevron breaking out? I wouldn't. There it goes, man. I definitely would not buy these if you don't already own these, okay? Yeah, CVX is on a tear, and I'm in that one. Stars and Bars says LZ's trying a stage 2. So. And don't ever get mad at yourself for trimming these as they go higher. That's part of the game. You want to sell into strength. Don't look back and go, oh, I shouldn't have sold any. That's not how you want to do it. You want to buy weakness, sell into strength if you're buying and selling. Now, for me, it's usually a trimming so that I can get money to add to, say, Starbucks or Walmart or Hanes brands. Like I'm trimming the winners. And when I say trim, I just mean like 2, 3, 4, 5 shares. Like I don't want to knock the position out, but I do want to take some of that gain and add it to what I believe are better returns down the road. So I'm always thinking down the road, not right now. That's buy and hold stuff I'm talking there. And so you can take these trading skills that you learn. And so by having the buy and hold separate from your trading account, the two actually make you a better investor. Meaning learning to trade will make you a better investor. I meet a lot of investors, they're like, well, I'm just a buy and holder. Okay, that's cool. I love it. But you could time it better. And they don't know that because they don't bother to learn trading skills. And trading skills can help your buy and hold because you now have a method of pinpointing when to add to buy and hold, when to add to Exxon, when to add to AT&T, Pfizer, McDonald's. Like when should you do that? Just because it missed earnings and fell 20%, should you buy then? Well, no. right? And so by systematizing your entries and your trims, not only does that make you a better investor, but then also makes you a better trader, man. Long-term holdings will make you a better trader, and trading will make you a better long-term holder. I believe that. Malibu, get my book, baby. Get on my newsletter. It's free. What ticker of the dividend stock you just mentioned? I don't remember. If you go to my newsletter, all my stocks are there. So, let's look in on Uber, and then I'll get out of here, man. I gotta go do some drinking. I don't know. Uber's not ripping, but it's up, so cool. Still under the 20. This stock is way undervalued, man. That stock is way undervalued. We'll see. We'll see. Now, Dimitri, I hope you should buy some Intel. Look, so all you guys that own just growth stocks, this is how you can start to diversify, is as these buy and hold dividend stocks come up for auction and they're on a stage 1, you don't have to buy a shit ton. Buy 2 shares. Now you got a little position. Buy 3 shares. Buy $100 worth, right? And then the next time it goes into a stage 4, you buy another couple $100. And if you do this the rest of your life, over a long period of time, 10, 15, 20 years, you're going to have both buy and holds, and you're going to have a trading account, man. And you're going to end up with a bunch of stuff, man. That's the way you want to do it. And then don't ever let anybody talk you out of selling it. Not your boyfriend, especially ladies. Don't let your boyfriends talk you out of your stocks. Not your girlfriends. Not nothing, man. You hold these things. I was talking to a girl the other day. Sold all her stocks to help her boyfriend get out of fucking debt. I was like, are you out of your mind? Thoughts on AMC? I'm not a fan of that stock, man. I just don't see the future. It's a stage 2 breakout. I'm just not a fan of the stock, though. I don't go to movies anymore. I mean, I guess some people do. It's stage 2 breakout. It's such a hard stock to get behind, man. He said he's going to buy 2 Intel. There you go, bro. Coin looks good here. Here's a good question. Thoughts on using margin? I think that's a good way to go broke. I would, if you're going to use margin, set up a separate account for margin and call that your high risk gambling account, and keep it separate from your main trading account and from your buy and hold. I have 6 accounts. One is a margin account. That's where I buy options and I do all the stupid shit that we would basically call gambling. I'm not against that stuff, but I don't want to do it inside of my buy and hold, and I don't want to do it inside of my main trading account, which I want to keep pure. I don't want any risk of... You wake up tomorrow and there's a fucking nuclear bomb that Russia's launched. Stock market's going to drop 20, 30%. Okay? And if you're leveraged, that means you're going to drop 50, 60, 100%. And they're going to close out your account. And then what if the bomb doesn't go off and it was a dud or it was a mistake and you just blew out your account? Like, it can happen just like that. You don't think so? 9/11. Stock market falls 20%. Everyone leveraged, blown out. You don't think that could happen? You're crazy. So I'm not a big fan. I'm cool with it, but keep it small and keep it separate from your regular trading account, man. Would you still trim if you're accumulating? Sure. Like, I mean, you can't be accumulating Raytheon here, man. It's on a 70 RSI. The next time this thing's on, I want to watch the time difference here. From here to the previous low, that was back in December. All of December, all of January, all of February, and now we're what, close to March? That's how long this move take. When do you think the next time you're going to get Raytheon on sale is? 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now? Maybe 7? Maybe never. I mean, never's ridiculous, but It could be 9 months before this stock is cheap enough to buy again. It could flounder. It could get up in here and then just hold and go sideways for, a month, and then kind of dip down a little bit and then go sideways for a month. Well, in the meantime, you've trimmed that and you've added to, say, ETRN, and it's ripped up 15, 20%. You get what I'm saying there? So, yeah, even though I'm always accumulating, but also I'm trimming. I'm trimming to accumulate, man. So the reason I'm trimming this is to accumulate something that I think is cheaper and has more upside. So you get what I'm saying? I get it. He's saying accumulate into a core position, but you're going to be accumulating a core position your entire life. And then when your account balance gets larger, your core size gets larger, and it's constantly pushing and growing. You're constantly pushing your intent into the universe. At a certain point, for me, my core size used to be like $5,000. Now it's 10 grand. That's a minimum position. And now I'm letting some run up to 15 or 20. And now that could be my new size. I need to push until they're all at 20. And as your wealth grows, your position size grows. So we're always kind of, maybe not accumulating today, but in the future, you will be. So yeah, I would be fine. Now, if you got 10 shares, do you need to trim? Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. I hope that made sense. No AV. AV's not in the newsletter. No. When I say separate account, I don't mean separate brokerages. I have 7 or 6 E-Trade accounts. 6. You can have more than one account inside the same brokerage. So you could have 7 Ameritrade accounts. I also have an M1 Finance account. I have 3 crypto accounts. Good job on the buckets, 101. So he's getting his buckets right. That's the first rule of operation. That's the first thing you should do is the buckets, man. What's up, YouTube? I got sidetracked. Thoughts on RH? We'll look at that and then I'll get out of here. Wow, Raytheon is flying, dude. Is LMT flying? RH. I don't really know this stock, man. What's Tip Ranks got on it? Wow. 742. Looks good, man. Just first glance. I don't know anything about the stock. Patrick says, GP, you're the man building positions while my friends are scared. Good for you, bro. Happy to hear that. Let's see. Dogecoin, Ethereum, I try to convince people to own a lot of Bitcoin before buying those other coins. I really think you should own a lot of Bitcoin before buying those other coins. Ethereum's fine. I'm in Ethereum. I'm in a lot of them, man. So I think you should own a lot of Bitcoin first. And I know the argument, the others go up higher. Listen, Bitcoin goes up ridiculously high. Okay, don't get it twisted, man. The other ones aren't even going up. Bitcoin doesn't go up. They might for a day or two. Let's check GRT and then I'll get out of here. No, see, right now it's just Bitcoin running. So we'll see if that lasts. Maybe these altcoins can play catch up. I like Palantir. I love Palantir. That's it, man. I hope you guys are doing all right. Keep the faith. Let's check in on the UPRO again. Uh-oh, we're down. We were running. We'll see. We'll see if we can get up there today, man. Might be a volatile time. Lucid's breaking out. LCID is trying to break out. We'll see. I mean, this thing could all sell off into the close, so we'll see how it turns out. Yeah, see, I was just up 2,000, now I'm down 600. So we're all over the place. All right, man. You guys be good. Don't lose faith. Use these sell-offs to accumulate those positions, and study on the ones that you're concerned about and see if you really should be concerned. Don't let price dictate it. It's not about price. Price will work itself out over time. And get some services that you trust, like Morningstar, TipRanks, ones that you trust their ratings. Remember, those ratings don't mean it's going there because market conditions will dictate. That's just telling you what they think it's worth. Like if you were to write a check for the company, this is what it's worth. That doesn't mean what it's trading at today, right? So you could have wars and all kinds of shit that'll push prices down. Eventually that all works out and the market accepts it. Soon Russia won't matter. And the market will have a whole new group of problems. And next month, the problem, there's always some problem. If you're looking for a market where there's no problems, you're just not going to be in the market, okay? There's always problems, man. You guys be good. All right, YouTube. We'll see how it goes, man. It's all over the place today. I was up big, now I'm down. We'll see how it works out, man. Yeah, the Fed's coming this week, so that's our real problem, the Fed, not Russia.